Hi guys, I had to re-record this review because the lighting was crappy. So yeah, I just rewatched well, not just a few days ago. I rewatched the movie You're Next, a movie I saw last year, and I kind of felt the movie was decent, but um, it should have been better than it should have been better than it actually was. But I decided to give it a second chance, and I still pretty much felt the same way. It's a decent, well-made movie, but it's not as good as I hoped for, pretty much as it could have been. The movie's pretty much a home invasion film. Yeah, a middle-aged couple. They're celebrating their anniversary, and they invite their entire family to their big mansion, pretty much. And they have the three sons. Um, the first one, he has his Australian girlfriend. Uh, the second son, he's pretty much the asshole of the movie. He has his wife, and then the other son, he has his girlfriend, and then they have their daughter and her boyfriend, who was played by Ty West, who has directed a few indie films. He was one. He did a segment in the movie ABC's Death and VHS, and so they have their reunion. Um, uh, they don't really get along all that great. There are some tensions between some of the family members. The asshole brother just always, always starts a fight with, his brother, who has his Australian girlfriend, which he's giving him crap for because you know his Australian girlfriend was his student and not no more, and he starts shit because of that. They argue, and all of a sudden, these crazy mass killers start attacking them, and Ty West, in the movie, he's actually a filmmaker, but a documentary filmmaker, and he notices something outside. He goes to the window, and then an arrow shoots him in the head and kills him. And then everybody freaks out. And pretty much throughout the whole movie, they're trying to figure out what to do. They're panicking. The mom freaks out. They leave her in the bedroom alone, which is stupid, and she gets killed. She got killers outside the house and inside the house, and so pretty much throughout the entire movie, the Australian girl, Erin, she pretty much does all the smart things throughout the movie. She makes sure all the windows are closed and locked. She sets up traps. And she fights the killers. Because everyone else is dumb in the movie. So the killers start killing them, the family members one by one. Like I said, they kill Ty West during the family dinner argument. They kill the mother. They kill the wife of the asshole. She tries to escape, but one of them catches up to her in another house nearby, which has some people that have been killed and they have a song playing, in a loop over and over again. A song called I forget the title of the song. I forget the name, but it's a really good song. I was trying to remember it, but can't. Um, yeah, the killer kills her. Um, the daughter, she tries to run for the car, um, because they think, she's the fastest, so she could just run outside and get to the car and get the police. And it's a weird scene where she starts running towards the door in slow motion, and they open the door, and then her throat hits this wire and cuts her and kills her. Um, and the dad, who was played by Rob Moran, he if you've seen the Fairley Brothers films, he plays the bartender in Dumb and Dumber, um, the villain in Kingpin. He plays one of the cops, and There's Something About Mary. I like Rob Moran. He did a good job in this movie. But he did the mistake of leaving his wife alone in the bedroom. She got killed. He finds her body. He freaks out, and he finds that the killers have been in the house for days. He finds a bottle full of urine, and he tries to tell his son. The one of the youngest sons. I believe his name is Felix. Him and his bitchy girlfriend. But one of the killers kills him, dad, Rob Moran, and it's revealed. Spoiler alert! There's gonna be spoilers. That Felix, the young son, and his bitchy girlfriend are in on it. Just to get the family money, and they'll give a huge amount to the psycho killers. While that's going on, the asshole brother, he during the first attack, he got an arrow through the back. He passes out. He comes to. Doesn't know what's going on, and Erin, she gets attacked by one of the killers, and she takes them all on her own, which I really liked. And the last 30 minutes is pretty much her just kicking ass and taking names. And there's a piece of music throughout the last 30 minutes. It's really kind of old school type of music. It goes like din 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 din. It's really interesting that they put that in there. I really like that. She like I said, she sets up traps, and she has the bitchy girlfriend from Felix. I think they're the bitchy girlfriend. I forget her name, but she asked Erin, how do you know that what to do and everything like that? And she says, oh well, when I was a little girl, I was in a survivalist camp, and she gets 2x4s, puts nails on them, and puts them right next to the windows on the floor. So when the killers, it's a really kind of Home Alone-ish. So there's a scene where one of the killers sees the 2x4 with the nails and tries to avoid it, but steps on another one. Erin tricks them. She finds out that Felix and the bitch girlfriend that they're in on it, she she tries to escape the house. Um, she has them leave the house, and then she goes back in the house, and one of the killers follows her. She kills him, so she kills two already. She has killed two already, and the other last mass killer. He he chases her down into the basement. Oh, I forgot to mention, Felix the who's in on it. He kills the asshole brother in the process, and also forgot to mention um, Aaron's boyfriend, who is part of the family. He tries to go for help halfway through the movie, and he disappears. Um, so Aaron, she kills all the mass killers. She kills the last one in the basement. She tricks him, kills him with an axe, I believe, and she fights off Felix and the bitchy girlfriend. And there's this weird scene where after they reveal that they're in on it, she's telling Felix, "I'm in the mood to have sex. Let's have sex next to your dead mother." I'm like, "Bitch, you crazy." So Aaron fights Felix and his bitchy girlfriend in the kitchen. She has this pot with supposed to be hot water, but she throws it to Felix. It's not hot, and he says, "It's not even hot, you bitch," and he slips, which is one of the few moments that has humor. This is supposed to be a black comedy, but I felt that there wasn't enough comedy, or I might have missed it. I don't know. Maybe I thought this movie should have a more obvious black comedy. I thought it should have had more comedy. Maybe it would have made the movie better, in my opinion. But there's some black comedy throughout the end of the movie. So she fights them. She takes the blender, breaks the glass part, and she turns it on. And she just sticks it to Felix's head and just pretty much blends his fucking brains. Kills him, stabs bitchy girlfriend in the head with a knife, and then finds out that her boyfriend was in on it too, just to pay student loans. And she wasn't supposed to die. She wasn't supposed to be. Erin wasn't supposed to be attacked. She was supposed to be just a helpless victim that survives, but didn't know that she would actually fight back. So she finds out. She can't believe it. Her boyfriend tries to talk his way out of it, by trying to bribe her with money, and he's talking to her for like 2-3 minutes max, and like the whole time I'm just like, stab him, please. And she does. She stabs him in the neck, kills him. And then out of nowhere, a cop comes and shoots her in the shoulder, thinking that she might be a killer. And then the cop sends paramedics. He calls for paramedics. He opens the door and doesn't realize that there's a trap that Aaron put for the killers. It's very reminiscent to Nightmare on Elm Street, where how Nancy put the hammer outside of her door to hit Freddy. And the cop opens the door. Hammer goes towards him. The movie ends with, I guess he gets hit by the hammer and blood splatters on the screen, and it says, "You're next," and that's the end of the movie. So overall, I can't say I enjoyed the movie for the most part, but I thought it could have been better. They could have added more humor. They could have added better characters. I liked Aaron, the lead. Um, I didn't mind. I didn't mind the twists, and the last 20-25 minutes were really good. You know, this girl Aaron just kicking ass. Um, I, like I said, I didn't like some of the other characters. You know, either they weren't likable, like the asshole brother, or they did stupid shit, like, you know, like leave the mom by herself, knowing that there's killers out there. But I appreciate that uh, they had the lead girl actually be smart and fight off the killers. And this movie was apparently this movie was filmed in 2011, but it wasn't released in 2013. So, and the movie, you know, was very low budget. It only cost like about $1 million. It didn't do great. It only made like 20 million in the box office. You know, for a $1 million movie, that's fine. But it wasn't a runaway hit, anything like that. But I appreciate this kind of movie was made. I prefer these kind of horror movies over the more supernatural horror films that come out lately. But it was a good effort, even though I thought it could have been better. But I would definitely, if you haven't seen this movie, I spoiled it. But if you haven't seen it, if you don't care for spoilers, if you haven't seen it, I would say at least watch it, give it a chance. You probably like it if you like home invasion films. So yeah, I mean, it was a decent film, but not great. But I still enjoyed it overall. So those are my thoughts on Your Next, and stay tuned for more horror film reviews. And I'm gonna leave links to to where you can find me elsewhere. You know, follow me on Twitter. Check out the podcast I do, the Roundtable Show, at psn-radio.com, and like our Facebook page, our Roundtable Show Facebook page. And you guys have a good night, and you know, depending on when you're watching this video, stay tuned for more reviews of horror films. Adios.